where have I been? That's a question, I suppose, isn't it? It's a question to ask that you've probably all been wondering. And this is going to be an interesting video to make. It's more of a very rambly update video. This isn't going to be a proper video, though I will be driving a train. So that's fun. I'll be driving a 465 because this will be my 465th video. So that's fun. Let's get the cab light off. We don't need the cab light. AWS sorted. Right. I think we're good to go. I need the right headlights on. That's what we need. It's night time. Well, it's not night time. It's early morning. We're driving the 2P58 Sheerness to London Victoria. That's what we're doing. So yes, where have I been? Well, I've been here sitting on my computer. Not on my computer. Oh, the quality's back, isn't it? At my computer, pretty much for the past few months, but I just haven't been uploading. And that's the next question, I suppose, isn't it? Why haven't I been uploading? Well, where do I start? I'm bored. Let's just put it bluntly and just start with that. I'm bored of the content that I'm making. What I've done for the past several years is drive a train from A to B, which is what I'm doing right now, and just saying words. Rinse and repeat. I've had a formula going for the past few years, and I'm sick of it. I need to change, but I didn't change. I just stopped. I needed to have a break. I needed to take a step back away from the channel and just think things over, go over ideas in my head, and think about what I could do to change things up. Because yeah, I got real sick of doing the same thing over and over again. Right, oh, we can go. Yeah, look at that. Oh, this is not an easy video to make. Oh, it's raining as well. Lovely. Intermittent, that'd be enough. Might be enough. Let's go. That's it. So yeah, we're doing Sheerness to London Victoria on one of Danny's combined routes, so that's fun. And the speed limit is currently 15 miles an hour. There we go. We'll see what I can do without the HUD here, because why the hell not, eh? I figured I should know the Chatham Main Line by now. It's one of my favourite routes. I'm going on tangents. I can't remember where I've gone, but I'm going to try and do this all in one take. So, yeah, this is not going to be an easy video to make. I'm sure you guys will know, either via school or work, the longer you leave it, the harder it is to come back. And that's what I've felt recently, because I haven't uploaded a video since November 2016. And it's now February 2017, so that's fun. But yeah, essentially, when it got to the end of TS 2016, you know, I did the farewell thing. After I did that, I felt like, yes, that's a good solid end. I didn't want to continue after that point. I felt like I'd really gone off on a high note in terms of Train Simulator. And I found it really difficult. I don't know if you guys remember, but I didn't do a video for a couple of weeks after that, because I couldn't build up the courage to commit myself to a whole nother year of Train Simulator. I feel like if I do one TS 2017 video, I'm going to have to sorry, commit myself to doing, I can speed up here, doing a whole nother year of, you know, hundreds of videos of until the next Train Sim comes out, which thankfully Train Sim World is apparently coming out in March. So that's fun, and that'll play a key role from what I'm talking later on. Let's power off here at 30 miles an hour. So yeah, after TS 2016 ended and TS 2017 came out, I didn't want to make any videos at all at that point, because I'd also recently finished LEGO Star Wars, which I've been playing. I started playing that a year ago. Just to put that into perspective, I was playing that game for months, like 9 months or so. And by the end of it, and by the end of TS 2016, I was burnt out. I worked so hard that I was absolutely out of it. I just need to check the HUD for when we go through speed limits here, because I'm not used to driving a 6-car train along this route. That's fine. So yeah, once that was over, I didn't want to do anything. So I thought, I took a step back then for a couple of weeks and thought, how can I, you know, refresh this? And so you'll know that I did a live stream, and then my first video of TS 2017 was a live stream, and that was my plan. Try live streaming, try and freshen up the hobby, because this is a hobby after all. This is my hobby. It's nothing more. Can I speed up? Hey, I can speed up. So yes, this is my hobby, and I just felt like to revitalise it, I'd try live streaming instead, and that's why I tried it, was to try and make it fresh for me, to, you know, also give a chance for you to interact with me and stuff like that. But mainly it was a fresh start for me, but it didn't work. I did a few live streams, and I just sort of fell into, well, not wanting to do much, to be perfectly honest. I wasn't enjoying the videos I was making at all. I've recorded several Train Sim videos that you haven't seen because I wasn't enjoying myself. and you wouldn't enjoy them either, because they're just not that good. I'm not enjoying myself in them, so you wouldn't enjoy them either, and that's the key thing in this hobby. And I'm going to start speeding massively if I'm not careful. This am I stopping at Queen Bar? Yes. This is the thing. If I'm not enjoying it, no one else will. So I want to make sure I enjoy it and put out videos that I love to make, because I know that's what you guys will love the most. I'm speeding a little bit, but who cares? So yeah, that's the gist of it really. And then when it came to November, and I do the we will remember them sort of thing every year. I've done it for 2 years in a row now, and that video, I don't want to like blow my own horn here or anything like that, but that video is one of the best videos I've ever made. Like the cinematic way I've done it, you know, I didn't need me, like personally, to do that. I just put my heart and soul into making it a fantastic video, fantastic cinematic piece, and after that I just couldn't bring myself to do anything else, because I enjoyed making that. But then I tried recording a video. It's called Austria's Got Talent. It was driving the Talent 1 on Semmeringbahn, and I didn't enjoy driving it at all. It was tough. It stopped raining. That's nice. So yeah, I didn't enjoy making that at all, so I didn't put it out. And then I've recorded other stuff as well, which I never got around to editing because I just had to take a step back. And that's what I've been doing. Oh, the train fit on. Hey, look at that. Nice. That's what I've been doing, is just taking a step back and thinking things through. Like, how can I change things up and make this fresh for myself? And well, there's two options really, isn't there? There's keep doing what I have been doing, which is nothing, and stop. And while that's been been my instant thought over the past couple of months, like, yeah, let's just quit, let's just bring an end to it. I can't. Some part of me can't do that. Because I enjoy it when I find something I like to do, like drive a train on my favourite route, or do a cinematic piece in memory of the fallen, or stuff like that. I enjoy making that. Makes me happy, and then seeing all you guys enjoy them makes me happy even more. You know, it's not an ego boost or anything like that. It's nice to know that I can do that, and this is all I've ever known how to do on the internet, really. When I started this channel when I was in school, and now I'm a working person. So that's fun. That's how long it's been. But yeah, after doing over 230 videos in Train Simulator, we'll call it TS1. Let's call it TS1, and that excludes Moleman978 stuff. I needed to take a step back. I needed to reevaluate things, and we need to depart. We are going to drive all the way to London Victoria, I think. It's going to take about an hour and a half. It's going to be a long video, but who cares, eh? It's been 2 months. I might as well try and do something worthwhile. Something worthwhile indeed. Got the good old pint of water. But it's stuff like, because there's things I haven't said, like I'm speeding, but who cares? Stuff like the what was it? The TS Shorts video I did, where I took the Southwest Coastal videos and the Marseille Avignon videos, and I edited them down. And I'm sorry, I lied to you. I told you that I edited them down because a lot of the footage was corrupt. Oh, that's not true. I just didn't want to hint at the fact at the time that I wasn't enjoying it. I tried recording those videos before I did the live streams. That footage was really old. I recorded those as soon as TS17 came out, but I didn't enjoy watching them. Because I have to, I do sit through everything that I watch. If I enjoy it, then I'd put it out. But I didn't enjoy it. Because there's lots of gaps in the video as well, where I just wasn't enjoying it, and come to the conclusion that I waffle a lot. And like, banter indeed, screenshot banter indeed. Well, they're my staple words and habits that I have. A lot of what I talk about is filler. In between, A to B. Unless I know something interesting about a route. Am I speeding? Nah. Unless I know something interesting about certain sections or something funny happens, in between that it's just waffle. And I think that's just a side effect of it being a train simulator, really. Nothing interesting happens in between unless something funny happens, because it's a game. So it's making me think about, should I keep on waffling in between, and that's why I chopped out all the waffle as such, all the stuff I didn't need to talk about, and that's essentially what I did. I chopped all that out, and it made interesting videos that I enjoyed a bit more. So I think what I could do when I make a return, I say if, because it's still very, very tricky thing to think about, is editing my videos to have exactly what I want to say in there, stuff like that. Because yeah, I won't be editing this one. I'm trying to do this in one take. It's not going to be very easy, and all the speeding's going to occur like mad. Not paying attention at all. Yeah. So it's been an interesting few months. I've been thinking things over through my head, and I missed I didn't miss it personally, but I missed recording the come for the brakes. Slow down too much there now. I missed recording the Train Sim World beta, which is a shame, I suppose, but I enjoyed it in my own time, and it's looking promising, and apparently it's releasing in March, according to Dovetail's latest article, or dev diary, whatever you want to call it. So, yeah. March. What I might do, this is what I've been thinking. I've been just thinking this through. Is like, I've done TS1 to death. Since TS14, I have made over 230 videos in this simulator. I don't know how many, don't know how that compares to other people, and I'm not saying I'm a better person for making more stuff like that in that time compared to other creators, but I've made a lot of videos in this simulator, and like anything, it can get old. It is old. The sim itself's, you know, like a decade old now, and I need to make sure I fit on the back here. It's that's it. We'll fit. Yeah, a decade old. That's a decade old sim that I've been playing for years, and I think in terms of videos, I've pretty much done it to death. I know I haven't driven everything that's out there. It'd be impossible for me to drive everything, mostly because I wouldn't enjoy driving everything. So that's about it, really. In terms of, well, it's not. I'm gonna take a screenshot there. That looks like a nice screenshot. Nice. Yeah. So where was I? I have no idea. No idea. Fun. I do like the 465, 465th video. If that doesn't say anything, I don't know what will. That's a lot of videos, especially for a simulator focused channel. That's a lot to be doing. I'm sure you will all agree. And I need to change. I need to change things up. I can't keep on driving trains over and over and over again. I'm gonna finish talking by the time we get to I don't know, like Raynham or something, but who cares, am I right? Let's go all the way. Let's just go all the way, I suppose. I want to drive this scenario. And that's the key thing as well with Train Simulator, is I've put so much of it out there on the internet that I've never really taken the time to enjoy it for myself. I know it sounds silly that, you know, I am driving it by myself and stuff like that, but it's different. I can't explain it. I wouldn't be able to explain it unless I'm stopping at Kemsley as well. Unless you did I even have to stop at oh no, I didn't even have to stop at Swale. Never mind. Well, we did anyway. The Leashtube station in Kent. There we go. Because I watch good old Jeff. If you don't watch Jeff Tech, you've got to watch him. He's the guy from Londonist. He's fantastic. Yes. Where was I? No idea. As tangents, and then I forget things. That's fun, and hence the waffling begins. Because I didn't make enough notes, or if I did, then I've deviated off them straight away. So that's fun. That's fun indeed. I genuinely can't remember where I am now, and I can't check because I'm still recording the footage. But I'm sure you get the idea of what I'm talking about here. Is, you know, it's just. I need to change it. I need to change up what I'm doing, and be that through edited videos. That could be a way to do it. By the horn there. I think one thing I am going to do, and I've done this. I did this several weeks ago, just because I had to in terms of space, but also just to clean everything up. I'm gonna slow down here. Is I have deleted or uninstalled everything in Train Simulator that's not British. So I've uninstalled... Wow, have I just done this without even realising? Wow, look at that. I think I've managed to... The rain's come back. That's a shame. There we go. Now look at this, I've managed to stop without even thinking about it. I know the Sheerness branch. That's a flashing yellow. See, now I forgot once again. Oh, this is gonna we're gonna have to talk about it all the way to London Victoria because I'm so forgetful. Alright. That's it. That's it. Let me just focus on stopping and then I'll try and think about where I was again. Oh yeah, it was the British content, wasn't it? Yeah, so I've had to uninstall everything apart from my British content, mostly for my own doing because I never really enjoyed driving continental or American stuff, to be perfectly honest. Like the French stuff. It's not my... Oh, the doors didn't open. Not those ones did anyway. It's, you know, and it's no offense to anyone who, you know, enjoys those trains and who's local to them. I'm sure they're fantastic trains, but me, I'm a British person. I like driving British trains, and there's nothing against that. So recently, I have uninstalled everything that isn't British, and I think if I was to make Train Sim 1 videos in the future, I would completely abandon continental stuff. And the doors are closed, lovely. I completely abandon continental stuff and like your German and Austrian and French. I just wouldn't bother because I don't enjoy it as much. I just genuinely don't. So I'd stick to British only. That is what I would do. Right, next stop is Rainham. Hey. Next stop is Rainham. Oh, we've got a long way to go. Rainham, Gillingham, Chatham, Rochester, Soul Street, Metham, Longfield, Farningham Road, Swanley, St Mary Craig, Bromley South, Denmark Hill, and London Victoria. Oh no, we're going via Herne Hill. Oh, never mind. Right, so yes, that's the... So yeah, no more other content. I've uninstalled it all, mostly because I don't have the space. There's so much British stuff out now, and there's so, you know, I've never even driven all the British stuff, let alone anything else. And I'd much rather focus on driving the British stuff. I just remember what I was talking about earlier as well, with it being driving in my own time. So there you go. I've never taken the time to drive a lot to myself, and that's what I've been doing as well. I wanted to drive the Snowball myself, but I need to get this done, because leaving you in the dark is not something I should have done. I can only apologise, but I needed to take a step away, and the only way... Oops, not the mic. The only way I can do that is to just stop, and that's what I did. And I'm sorry for leaving you guys in the dark. I mean, I did hint at stuff on Twitter and stuff like that, but I understand a lot of you don't follow me on there, and that's absolutely fine. The speed limit on this turn is 20. That's fun. I'm gonna up this because I'm... There we go. Get the constant going. There's your 20 limit. That's it. I think we'll make it, you know. I'm just so good. I know what I'm doing. Yay. I'm trying to get used to... I've been forcing myself in a lot of situations to drive without the HUD as well, because I've been driving the trains for so long that I just, you know, feel like, why not? Let's just up the challenge a bit. We're going up a gradient. That's it. Look at this. AP needs to do an enhancement pack for this 465. Then again, kind of really need just a new version of this 465. The model isn't fantastic. It's a bit wide, and these have always, ever since the early days, they've always had the wrong couplings. Even this one here, the couplings are way too small. Uh-oh. There we go. Oh good, it's a red signal. Thanks for stopping me. Right, so without further ado, alright, let's get that into there. Pull it forwards. Yeah, that'll be it. Oh, I'm so glad that AWS was there. Thank you, modern signalling systems, otherwise they would have been a demo, man. I'm rolling backwards. That is... Oh, it put it back to neutral. Come on! Go, 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 go! Full power! That's it. Oh, professionalism. Drive without the HUD. Yeah, look how well that's gone. There's something as well. I drive a lot better when I'm not doing this. And I do like to drive very well, because being a train driver is something that's always interested me. Something I'll probably never do, because my eyesight's not that good. But that's why I like Train Simulator so much. Is I can do But I can't. I can speed as well, for example. But essentially, yeah, I just needed to take a step away and reevaluate things. So that's what I've been doing, and just playing Train Simulator in my own time and playing other games in my own time. You know, it used to be that when I got a couple of weeks off work, that I put the entire 2 weeks into my channel, and that was a mistake in hindsight. I didn't give any time to play games for myself, and that's not something I should have done because I just burnt myself out. It's too early in the morning to be blowing that, isn't it? Maybe. You know, it's just, yeah. Oh, what do you want? 70. Yeah, okay. That's the 70, isn't it? Yeah. Right. I want another whistle board. Yeah. In all, just, you know, I just burnt myself out. That's what I did, and I needed to take a step away, and I have done, and now I'm doing this. Because if I leave it any longer, I mean, I haven't had much time myself anyway, because, you know, putting the channel aside, I start to realise you do have a lot of more other things you need to be getting on with. That's what I've been doing. And personal life's been an interesting journey. So, I'm sure it is for everyone, you know, but that's a 70. We're not at 70 yet, so that's fine. Another whistle board. God, the horn on this thing's questionable, isn't it? Yeah, never mind. So yes, in a combination of all that, I just stopped, and I need to do this video now. If I leave it any longer, I won't be able to do it. It's difficult enough as it is. I mean, I've been driving for what, 20 odd minutes so far, and for the best part of that, I have been shaking because it's nerve-wracking. No one likes making these sorts of videos, I can assure you. I mean, most people won't, you know, won't have to, but all content creators will have to eventually. For some of us, this is just a hobby, and it's not a hobby that we can keep up forever because people change, and I think that's the important thing, is people change. And after over the past few years, like I said earlier, I started this in school. It was the crutch to my getting through my GCSEs, which wasn't fun. I won't explain why. Not today anyway. But it wasn't a fun time, and doing this for other people, helping other people, because I have had comments saying that I do help other people, like other YouTubers have helped me get through stuff, is that was the crutch, and that was years ago. And now I've changed. People change. That's the way it is, and I've changed, but my content hasn't. I've kept the content the same, mostly because I know what you guys like, and that's wrong. I shouldn't do that. I know you guys like what you like, but I shouldn't dictate my content based on that. I should make what I want to make. So, but I haven't. Like, that's why I've done American videos and stuff like that. Like, that's why I put off the big boy for months. I didn't want to drive it. What I did, you know, an alright video came out of it. I'm proud of the video I made out of it, but it's not something I'd want to do again. And it's uninstalled. That's fun. Yes. I want to drive trains. I don't want to drive trains because I have to. I want to drive them because I want to. Oh, speed limit's gone back up to 75. And Rainham is approaching. So that's fun. Where should we brake? A few seconds after the next signal. That'll do. So yeah, I want to drive trains because I want to. And with Train Sim 1, as we'll call it, TS 2017, I don't want to drive it as much in my spare time. I've driven it enough. I've driven it plenty of times. I don't want to keep on driving it all the time, like every weekend, because that's my recording times at the weekend mostly. And that's, of course, the only exceptions to that is if something like the Chatham mainline releases and I want to drive it instantly because it's a new favourite route of mine. But other than that, alright, slow down. Slow down for Rainham. Hopefully I've left it at a decent time. I'll find out. I've done it again. I'm going to take a drink of water. Maybe that'll bring my memory back. I'll remember it in about half an hour. I'll remember where I was. Alright. Step 1. There's Rainham. Lovely. Coming in around 30 miles an hour. Stop where the 6-car board is if we can. That's going well, this, isn't it? Apart from all the major disasters. Yeah. But yeah, in terms of videos, I mean, I think I'm more or less done with driving Train Sim 1. I've done it over 230 times. There's plenty to watch. You know, because that's the thing. Because as I said earlier, in terms of when a new Train Sim comes out, it does feel like you're committing yourself to. Oh look, there's the new Platform Zero. I forgot we were driving the 2016 one. I'll try and leave all the links down below for you, so you can drive this as well. Well, I say that this is an edited version of the scenario on UKTS. It's also on the workshop, but I've edited it, so I can't really republish that because it's not mine to. It's not mine to republish. So basically, there's a reskin I swapped out. Other than that, you know, Train Sim 1. I do love it. Don't get me wrong. I've loved this thing for years. It's one of my favourite games. One of my most played games. The only games I've played more than Train Simulator most likely are Star Wars Battlefront 2, even though the Xbox hours aren't counted. But trust me, and Cookie Clicker. I've literally had a Cookie Clicker game going on for months now, and I've actually clocked, because it runs practically all the time. Just when my PC's on, I've clocked more hours in that than I have in Train Simulator, and I've had Train Simulator for years. Oh, it's fun. But yeah, so don't get me wrong, I love this thing, and in my personal time, I will drive a lot of it and stuff like that. But in terms of making videos for it, I've just got nothing to say anymore. You know, we've seen all the bugs, we've seen all the shenanigans, we've flown into space, we've done this, we've done that. I've driven this route. And I don't know what to do now. I don't think I can keep doing what I've been doing. I'm going to drive myself insane, and that's not a good thing to do. You know, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. But I don't know if I was expecting different results or not. If I was, then yeah, I'm insane. But no, I have been doing the same thing over and over again. If you boil each video down to its components, I'm driving from A to B and waffling in between funny parts. I'd rather cut the waffle out and stuff like that. But again, I'm thinking of bringing an end to TS1 content on the channel. Perfect opportunity, really, isn't it? TS1 ends, and then I start covering Train Sim World in the best capacity that I can. Either that be through edited videos, because stuff like It's always content I've always wanted to try to make, but because I've been stuck in the formula of doing record, adding it intro and outro and pushing it out, I've never had the time to do it. So I'd like to take the time to edit a video, and yeah, just edit a video or make a cinematic video like I did the we'll remember them stuff. I like doing those sorts of videos. I'd like to do informational videos like locomotive guides, stuff like that. Just telling you the history of how to drive them or something like that. That's stuff I'd like to do, and I think Train Sim World will be the perfect opportunity. Am I speeding? No, it's 60 in a little while. I think Train Sim World will be the perfect opportunity to sort of reinvent the channel and sort of push it in a new direction, because it's a totally new thing, you know. You could say it's just driving trains again, but from what I've played of the beta and what I've seen people play and stuff like that, and the videos that Dovetail have been putting out, there's so much difference. There's no comparison between the two. You know, there's totally different worlds. Nice. I do like a bit of AI. They're totally different worlds, and there's so much. Even though, you know, we've only got Sandpatch Grade so far, and that's it, and that's releasing around March time. Even though that'll be it, because of the way that the simulator's built, there's so much you can do there that I could probably make tons of, you know, interesting content out of it. Whereas with the train sim route, once you've driven it once, you kind of don't need to do it again, you know. But you imagine in Train Sim World, if this route was in Train Sim World, you could get out, walk around and explore stuff. That's not something that's possible here, and I think that having that new realm of possibility and that new freedom, I think that is something to really grasp hold of and make something out of. I think that's where the future needs to be, is in... I've never driven in a scenario where all these lights are on. That's fun. Yeah, so I think Train Sim World will be the new thing, I think. I think that'll be where the... Oh good, I'm not turning there. I think that'll have to be where the future is, because... You know, it'll just give a new lease of life, really. And just... Yeah, albeit even though there's only a few locomotives, as I said, you know, with how advanced each one of them is, you know, I could probably spend a series, like do an entire series of just me learning to drive the damn things and stuff like that, and learning the route. And I think that's where it's gonna. I think that's where it's gonna be. I think if I ever did a Train Sim 1 video again, it wouldn't have me talking in it. Kind of like what I did with the Great Western one, where I did this time lapse on Western Main Lines. That was a good stop. That was a good stop. I know the Medway towns in this game so well now. I could probably drive it with my eyes shut. So watch out for the doors. Hello, people. So yes, I think if I did Train Sim 1 videos again, I wouldn't talk in them. I'd just, you know, do like a cab view thing or do cinematic things or stuff like that. I don't think I could do what I've been doing. So if I would do a Train Sim 1 video, it would be either unspoken or heavily edited route guide informational sort of thing, you know. Very, you know, much more informative and to the point. I think that's what I would do, because, you know, I don't know what else to do. Are we going? Yeah, we're going. I'm just gonna be repeating myself for most of this, but that's fine. You know, again, because I've done it so many times, I need to change stuff up. So I'm thinking unspoken videos, time lapses, you know, like cab ride things or train or route guides, that sort of realm of Train Sim 1, and then put my heart and soul into Train Sim World. I will give that a go when that releases. I mean, I'm sure I don't want to sound all egotistical and oh look at me, I don't want to sound like that, but you know, given the past I've had with content and Dovetail and just, well, the way games releases work in general, I'm sure I'll be able to cover Train Sim World a bit earlier than its release. So I think that'll be a good benchmark, and I'll a good place, you know, that'll be the place. Let's bring in a nice quote from one of my favourite songs. I know it's time to raise the hand that draws the line. We're going to draw the line at Train Sim 1, I think. And I'm speeding profusely. We're going to draw the line at Train Sim 1, and I think Train Sim World will be the future. Because that's what it is for train simulation in general, isn't it? Essentially. I know simulators will last a long time, and I know a lot more content will be released for this, just because there's no way, like, all the third parties will abandon this game. There's absolutely no way. So there'll be plenty to cover in terms of unspoken videos and stuff like this, but in terms of the videos I've been making, I'm drawing the line, and if you know what song I'm talking about, you're a good person and you've probably had a good childhood. That's all I'm saying. So yeah, this is where I break out into the musical number and be so wonderful. So yes, I'm drawing the line under the videos I've been making, I think. Apart from stuff like Let's Plays, and I have recorded a Let's Play. I recorded it months ago, and I never got around to editing the footage, and it was in November when I edited it, but I never rendered them all. I saved it all out, I never rendered them, because rendering takes so long. Oh my god. So I might see if I can push that out. All the jokes I make will probably be out of date. Heck, I think there's probably even a Galaxy S7 mention in there, or the Note 7, you know, the whole exploding thing. That's how old it is, the footage. But I might try and get that out, because Let's Plays are fun. They're different. I like doing those. I know a lot of you guys don't watch them, and that's fine. That's fine. I understand that most of you are probably here to watch me drive trains, and that, at the end of the day, is what the channel's been about, so I wouldn't expect anyone to instantly jump ship and try watching something else. I wouldn't expect that. but if you'd like to. I don't want to force content in your faces, but I do like doing stuff like the Let's Plays. As long as they don't take too long, that's the main problem. Like playing Lego Star Wars. You know, I used to play that in my childhood. I could sit down for a weekend, and I could play through that entire game, because it only takes a few hours. It literally only takes a few hours. Each level's only, what, 20 to, I think the longest, like 50 minutes long. This is the longest level in that game. Oh, yellow door. We've got a Connex heritage right there. But because, you know, I live an adult life and do adult things and all that nonsense, you know, who needs that lot, right? Because of that, oh, that looks good. That looks good. Because of that, it's taken me months to complete that game, and I got sick. I was so sick of it by the end. I finished that game, and the sigh of relief after I finished recording the final episode, you would not believe. Probably rock the house about a bit with the sigh of relief I made with that one. Come on. I know Chatham Station can be pretty busy, but, you know. Well, then again, it is, yeah, only 7 in the morning. Oh, I know this station quite well. I do indeed. I know it so well that I know how wrong it is. Like this, I think, is in the wrong place. This should be further down. This train's stopped wrong. See, I know too much. Well, I don't know too much. It's great knowledge to have. It really is. Alright. Let's go. Oh, it started raining again. That's fun. That's it. I'm going to turn those off again in a minute. I like doing... I'm getting used to trying to operate some of the controls. Like, some of them. By hand. Because that's the way Train Sim World's going to be, you know. You got to look around and walk around. Oh, that's good. Oh, it's just so good. I was walking around in the beta and speeding. I did do that in the beta as well. But no, walking around in that, it's just so immersive, and the scale is ridiculous. Most people don't take seriously how tall trains really are. I think that's why people are reckless enough, and, you know, especially in some of their younger years, to try and beat them at level crossings and stuff like that. Grade crossings for those over the pond. But it's... where am I going with this? I have no idea. Yeah, the scale. Trains are so tall in Train Sim World, and obviously they're American. They're massive trains designed to haul lots of tonnage across the trackage. Haulage the tonnage across the trackage. That's words. So they're massive, and it's just such a fantastic experience. Even though the frame rate was dire, because optimization is generally the last thing that goes into game development, from what I can tell. From all the, you know, just seems the way it is, and it would make sense, especially in something so physics-based. You build everything up, and then you take out then you do the optimization. That's just the way it would make sense to me. So that's the, you know, frame rate's fine, but I imagine they'll get on that before it releases. If not, I'll build an even bigger beast of a computer to run it. You know, get the GTX 1080 in there. Nah, I don't need to. I've got a 970. That's fine. But yeah, Train Sim World just looks so good. Sounds fantastic as well. The experience is just all around epic. Really, it's just epic. Oh, New Rochester, a year old already. Over a year old. And yet the trains, the 465s, still announce it wrong. They still say, "We will shortly be arriving at Rochester." Before. Oh no, after. That's it. After you've departed from the new station. So that's fun. Let's stop around here. Yeah. I mean, you got to give credit to Dovetail for making the station before it was completed. That's good, but there, you know, the result of that is there are a few things wrong with it. Like this canopy should stop here, for example. And that's where this canopy should. The canopy is about 6 cars long, so that's fun. It feels like the platform's way too long. I don't know. I've never put a 12-car train on it, but this is 6. This feels too long, and the signal should be further back. But as I said, this route pretty much, well, more or less predates the full completion of this station. It was open at the time, but stuff like Platform 3 wasn't completed, so given how long it would take to develop such a route as well and model the station, it was probably modelled before the station was completed, so That's not too bad, but there we go. Stuff like that, that's interesting. You know, that's me talking about, that's the topic I can talk about. It's not the waffle in between stations. So yeah, when Trains and World releases in March, I will probably be covering that the most. I'll do each route, because I'm pretty sure that, of course there'll be future routes in the future. That's words. Well done, brain. Each route will be its own series as such. I'll try and do. I don't want to get into a formula as such, because that's what I've done with Trains and World. I've got into formula videos and it's broken. The formula has broken because I don't like it anymore. So I don't want to get into a formula for Trains and World. I don't want to go, oh, another route was released. Here we go again. I don't want to get into that. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough though, because the formulas, they're so easy to follow. But they get tedious. They really do. Formulas can get tedious. Look at this. I do love this. Oh, I just love the motorway towns. The railways through the motorway towns, and good old Strood station. That's nice. Not entirely accurate, but there we go. There we go indeed. Simulation's not about replicating. It's about imitating. So perfection is not the key. You're just trying to deliver the similar experience, and this route does. It's one of the better UK routes out there. It's modern as well, like in terms of release standpoint. Well, that's did come out quite a while ago now. It's amazing that's one thing that shows you how time flies. Is seeing when stuff released, like the Gatwick Express 73 is about a year old now. So's the Maglev. Yeah, not that people remember that one as such. I've always wanted to do another video on that, where I just do stupid stuff in it, like drive the Super 47 and see, just annoy people, just to see how quickly I can do it, because people say enough that that it's just too short a route. So I thought I'd see how quickly I can do it with the Super 47 and stuff. I never got around to it though, because driving other stuff is the main priority, and I think that's the crux of this, and priorities in terms of what I record. Just yeah. Brain dead. It's yeah, the priorities. So drive what I want to drive. Not necessarily drive the latest thing just because it released. That's not, even if it's given to me for free. Because Chatham Mainline was, for example, and I did cover it immediately because I wanted to, not because I had to. But other stuff I have covered because it feels like it's more expectant. And I can only blame myself for that, because it allows, I don't blame you guys for wanting to see the latest and greatest stuff. That's absolutely fine, You want to see the coverage, you want to know if you want to drive it yourself, and that's fine, but that puts me into a situation, or it lets me put myself into the situation where I feel like I'm driving it because I have to, and I don't want to do that. So, I want to drive this scenario, but if you said I had to drive this, or you want me to drive this, that, and whatever, I'd feel like I'd have to drive it, and then I wouldn't enjoy it as much. I think that's what it's come down to. I think that's where this all sort of started, especially towards the end of TS 2016. It's like I knew that farewell TS 2016 was expected, and then I knew that a whole other year of TS 2017 would be expected as well. I think that's where the problem herein lies. I'm not saying you're the problem. I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm saying. I've let it become a problem for me, in terms of feeling like I have to record something and then I don't enjoy it. And since then, I haven't enjoyed it since. So I need to do stuff that I want to do, and that includes making videos that aren't train sim based. So I would encourage you to. So I don't want to force videos down on you, but I would encourage you to at least, click on a video that isn't train sim. You might enjoy it. You never know. Surprise yourself. Be open-minded. Just in general, really. You never know. You never know what's round the corner. Good. I ain't got to worry about the speed limit. You never know what's round the corner. So yeah. Well, I need to change stuff. So I will be changing stuff. This will be the world's longest well, it's not the world's longest update video. It will be a long update video, the longest I've ever done. And I'm mostly going to be repeating myself, but that's fine. That's fine. At least it makes sure I know I've got it down and out there, and I know that you would have heard it in some capacity. So if you're still sitting through this, thank you very much. Thank you very much. And what I want as well, I don't take this into I won't take it all into account, because I can't. If I took into account every feedback that I ever got, I wouldn't be me, and I wouldn't be making my content anymore what I want to make. And in some ways I haven't. That's the situation I've got myself into. But so I won't take it all in, but I do want you guys to leave constructive, kind, constructive feedback on the channel, on the videos, on the train sim videos, on the upload. Well, there's no schedule, but you know, time of upload. I want general, constructive, kind, not mean, sweary feedback. Not that I can take it all into account as such, like I said earlier, but just so I can get an overview of where you guys feel with the channel, because obviously I do watch my videos, but at the end of the day, it's not my channel, it's our channel, because I'm just the one me. Oh god, I'm not gonna. I was worried Soul Street was at the top of this hill. Then it is at the top of the hill, but it's further away than I thought. So yeah, I want feedback, and I won't take it all into account. There's no promise of that. It'd be impossible to take it all into account. But it just gives me general idea of where we all stand on this Moleman978 malarkey. Because obviously I've been silent for 2 months. I don't want this to happen again. I don't want to... I'm going to break. I don't want to go and get into a situation where I just stop, because I don't know what else to do. And I don't want to get into the situation again. I'd rather not. It's not a fun situation to be in. You know, it's like... I suppose it's like being a pilot of an aircraft and just walking out the cockpit. Or flight deck, if you want to be politically correct. Just walking out and then just sitting there with, you know, behind the curtain, knowing that all the passengers are dependent on you and stuff like that. I'm not saying you're dependent on me, but you get where I'm coming from. I hope you know it's there. You know there's something there telling you should get back in the flight deck. But yeah, it's interesting. Are we all on? We're all on. It's more just a case of stopping where this is, really. Oh, I don't care. Let's just stop here. Doors. Wipers can go off now. Sure, people would have been telling me that. But yeah, feedback. Just general, constructive, not mean feedback. Be nice. Because mean feedback won't go anywhere. It seriously won't. It won't be taken into account at all. If you want what you say to be taken into account, be civil about it. Have we done the start? Tick, 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 tick. Soul Street, Mepham, Longfield, Farnham Road, Swanley, St Mary, Cray, Bromley South. Go via Herne Hill, London Victoria, platform 7. Right. How far away is Mepham? Not far away at all. Okay. Have to be careful on the whole braking thing. Doors are closing. Let's actually reply with a ding ding this time. Oh, no, no ding ding. Thanks, guard. I swear this thing's supposed to go ding ding. Well, that goes ding ding. Oh, maybe there's no guard on board. Who knows? Maybe he's having a break. Who knows? Having a break's important. That was the key as well. Yeah, I needed a break. I've said this a million times. But now, you know, I'm back. Ish. Very big ish. I'm very back ish. So I've got an old, outdated Let's Play that I'll put out in increments. Stuff what I've said will probably not be true in it. Like, it's a game that has a sequel. Me necessarily saying I want to play the sequel next and stuff like that. That's not necessarily true anymore. There's no guarantee I will play the sequel, but you know, just take it as it is. It's just something to enjoy, I suppose. Oh, this is going to be fun. I mean, I got the concept of slowing down right here, but maybe a bit late. Okay. Okay. For the for HUDless though, I mean, I haven't driven this that many times HUDless. I'm just giving it a go. 25. Oh, cutting it fine. But you never know. It's raining again slightly, isn't it? Or at least it was. Well, I'll give credit to myself. That was good. That was a good stop. That was a good stop. We're going downhill, I can tell. Well, the front doors didn't open, but I mean, come on. That's just good. I've always put it on Twitter, like, you know, I've finally learned how to stop this train at this station, and some of you guys will go, yay! Some of you won't believe me, and hopefully this will show you that I can actually stop at some, with some professional capacity at a station without the HUD. I'd like to think I can. Yeah. This is going to essentially turn into a very odd normal, in quotes, video now, I suppose. Where we just finished driving to London Victoria. Yeah, that's the gist of it is, that's the stuff I needed to get out of my head and just let you guys know is that stuff changes. You know, I've changed. My content hasn't changed. It needs to change, and Train Sim 1 won't change. So, yeah. I think that's it. I think that's the basic of it all. Change is important. I've been resisting the change on this channel for ages. Alright. What else would I do in terms of Train Sim World? Because again, this is my hobby, and I don't have all the time in the world to record it. I don't want to set out a video. As much as a video schedule would be nice and convenient, I understand that. I can't. Oh, the rain. I can't say I can adhere to it because this is just a hobby. You know, that's what it is. It is a hobby. It's never pretended to be my job. It probably never will be my job, given that, you know, I follow a lot of content creators, and I know that the money in it is dropping significantly. Don't know why, because YouTube's very profitable for Google. Put naff all money into how much creators make, though. This'll never be. This'll never be what it, you know, what its potential could have been a few years ago. That's not what it is. It's just a hobby, and the important thing is as well is hobbies change. You know, I'm usually. It has changed slightly. The way that I deal with my hobbies over the years, but it used to be that I would, on the original Xbox, play a game for months. That'd be my hobby, and then I wouldn't touch it for ages because I'd have to do something different. And recently, it's always been a hobby, but I haven't had the time to do it because of the channel. Is Lego. I'm sure you guys know Lego. it's the greatest thing, and as of late, I have been building lots of Lego sets. I've bought over the several months, and some of them a year ago, and I never got around to building them because they take time. And it's always been that in the back of my mind, you know, do I build a Lego set that takes a few hours, or do I record a video? And the answer for so long has been I'll record a video, and I had to change that. I think what would help is moderation. I set myself a certain time to record and stick to it, and then have other time for other stuff. But other than that, yeah, hobbies are weird things. This is a very free time thing, so I can't say how often a video would go out. In terms of Train Sim World, because only one route is apparently, you know, it looks like only one route's coming out with it, like the Sandpatch Grade thing, which is fine. You know, Dovetail got to make everything else from scratch. That's fine. That's absolutely. It's not like with this route, right? All the platforms have been in Train Sim for years, most likely. All the bridges, all the trees, the track, it's all been in Train Sim for years. You just got to put all the parts together in a new way. That's fine. But if you got to imagine, I'm going to overshoot that 8. You got to imagine in Train Sim World, nothing exists. They've explicitly said that nothing is easily backward compatible or forward compatible, whatever, because you know, they completely changed up the system and it just wouldn't work. Not as well, you know. You'd have a better. It'd take longer. Well, it'd take about the same amount of time to build something from scratch or convert something, like convert a tree. But yeah. So only having one route, but you wouldn't get the same result. You know, it is a totally new train simulator. It really is. And so yeah, only having one route's not a problem, but I think that'll serve as my advantage, because I imagine that these routes in the level of detail in that CSX heavy haul thing is so great. I can't imagine it's something that any third party, if they made a route, would be able to pump out in a couple of months. You know, that's I just don't see that happening. So that gives lots of time. That's time that I can spread out videos and not have to worry about recording weekend after weekend after weekend and not having any time to do anything else. Where's our next stop? Oh, Farningham Road. Oh, that's the one I always have problems with. Because it's on a gradient on a viaduct. It's just after a viaduct, next to a warehouse. I know this route that much. So, yeah, I think what I'll do in the future is just sort of regulate time for recording and what I record, because I don't want to do just Train Sim World. I've always had something else going on the side, be it earlier in the channel it was something like Serious Sam. I enjoyed that. I'd like to play that again. You know, or Flight Sim. And as much as I do enjoy mucking about in Flight Sim, I'll break a little bit here. Oh no, it's fine. Wrong viaduct. As much as I do enjoy mucking about in Flight Sim, I've never had the patience nor the time, just in general, to learn how to fly a plane properly and fly from A to B. Because in Train Sim 1, at least, there's time. There's time to just dive in and play. Train Sim World's going to change that. That's going to need a lot more learning. It's going to be a steeper learning curve all around, and I feel like, you know, that's still be the main series. But yeah, videos will take a lot longer in that, I think. Same as how you get fully loaded flight videos from people, you know, put all the add-ons in and stuff like that, and learn how to fly these complex aircraft. They take ages to come out, and that's fair play. You know, there's a lot of work that goes into them. I'm speeding for my train. Top speed 75. Farningham Road isn't that far away, and it's like at the bottom of a hill. That's not fair. So yeah, I don't know how often videos will come out. I don't know when they'll start coming out. So, but I'd like to think that Train Sim World will be the start of something new. That's what I'd like to think. And then along the sides, maybe I'd try doing stuff that I can regulate into time. You know, so that I can easily dictate how much time I put into it. So say something like, you know, one of the truck simulators. I can start a clock and just drive for half an hour, and that's it. Again, that's very formulaic, if that's a word. There's a lot of formula going into that, and that's what worries me. But I don't want to be so free that no one has no idea what's coming out. It's a very fine balance that I don't know how to get right. I don't think many people would know how to get it right, to be perfectly honest. Most YouTubers don't know what they're doing. It's just guesswork day by day, and I think that's the best way to look at it. Why do I always have problems at Farningham Road? What's the gradient here? Oh, the station's flat. Would passengers in the front coach please move back? The driver is being a rambly idiot. There we go. Look at that. It still impresses me, Train Sim 1 from day to day, but then when you go and play Train Sim World Beta, and then you come back, and it's just like, oh, okay, oh, this is alright. But that's incredible. You know, it's just, yeah, looking forward to that. And I think, yeah, that's definitely where the future needs to be, as I've said a million times. Just embrace it. You know, there's perfect opportunity there to just start anew. I think that's what it needs to be. Just starting over. I'll give a refresh. Maybe I'll throw a new logo in there. Don't know what I'll do. Absolutely no idea. One of my favourite things about doing videos. It's my favourite things. And it may seem strange, but making the thumbnail is usually my most especially in recent months, has been the most enjoyable part. I love making the thumbnails. I don't know what it is about it. I love it. I love diving into Photoshop, choosing my favourite screenshot and just having at it, you know, and just seeing what I can make. Swanley, hey, the birthplace of all these routes. Seriously, the route coordinates, the origin coordinates for pretty much most of the London routes is in Swanley. So that's fun. And I know people that live in Swanley. That's fun as well. But yeah. Train Sim World. I'm sorry I didn't cover it in the beta. But there we go. It's the way it is. It was fun to play though. Walk around. I just smile just thinking about it. Like looking at screenshots and stuff. It looks so good. Imagine a networker in it. An Electrostar. A HST. You know, the HST. Imagine that. Apparently there's a new HST coming out for Train Sim 1 at some point. They appeared a few weeks ago on Facebook. Master Key Simulations. They look promising. They're making a Darth Vader. They're making a 460. Oh my god. That's so good. The cabin, it looks amazing. That's definitely something to look out for. Been a lot of Train Sim news whilst I've been away. I usually talk about it, but I haven't wanted to talk about anything else, so I haven't said anything. But like, you know, the two HAL, the classic British Kentish actions. That's fun. That'd be nice. Goblin line, well, the Goblin. So the Goblin line is like saying the Gospel Oak to Barking line, because Lin in Goblin stands for is short for line. So that's interesting. I love London Overground. And that's not just because I've driven one of the 378 simulators. No, I genuinely love London Overground. I love what it's done to the network in London. I do love London railways in London. And what Overground have done with them is absolutely fantastic. And I love London Overground. So that route is something I'm genuinely excited for. But it's something I would only probably cover without talking. Because I want driving well, it is important to me. Not so much so that I take it that seriously, but I've got the patience to do it in this. I don't... Oh god. I was thinking then and I didn't slow down. I've got the patience to do stuff properly in this, but I don't in... I haven't at all in, you know, in flight simulators. I just want to mess about. That's all I ever want to do in a flight sim is mess about. Thameslink 319. That's nice. Yeah, all I want to ever do in flight sims is mess about, as I'm sure you can tell. But yeah. Of course, the only other Train Sim 1 content I might consider doing in the future still is Moleman978. But even so, I think Train Sim 1 is something that needs to be put to rest on the channel. Oh, it's the 319. Just because that 319 is making the sim very laggy. That's fun. Don't know why. It's going to Sevenoaks. There we go. I think it's one of Super Alb's reskins. I think that's the one that's being used here. That'd be why it's laggy. All of its headlights are on. I'm supposed I haven't installed the AP pack. Yeah, the way I uninstalled all the American and German content and stuff was I uninstalled Train Simulator. I started from scratch. Oh, there's another one. That's not helping. I started from scratch. I uninstalled absolutely everything just to give a clean slate to my folder because it had so much stuff in it. It really did. So I just gave it a clean slate, and as a result, I haven't installed everything yet. I'm installing stuff on a need-to-use basis, so I didn't install the 319 pack for this because I forgot. Because I'm a forgetful person, as you've probably been able to tell. Come on, let's go. That's it. St Mary Cray, Bromley South, and London Victoria. Oh, parallel running. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. This is the sort of scenario stuff I like. You don't get this enough. Parallel running. Let's power up. Look at this. You imagine your passenger like, oh my god, that's awesome. Oh, if you're wondering, my FOV's set up to 85 as well via the Steam launch options. Just because it's easier for me to see what I'm doing this way. So if the train looks a bit warped, nothing to do about that. Oh, look at this. Yeah, look, all the train's headlights are on. That'll be what's causing the frame rate issues. Oh, look at that. Got the Thameslink logo in there. That's nice. I enjoy that. That's interesting. In an edited video, for example, that would be the sort of stuff I keep in. Yeah. I think it'll be interesting to see what I can do with edited videos. I don't know. I say it's all very. I'm saying with these plans, none of it's concrete. Stuff can change, but it's just my initial thoughts. I've made very few notes for this. I'm mostly going off my brain, which is why I'm going over myself over and over again. Diverting here and there. Just getting out what my brain comes up with. So, I want to see what you guys have to say first. But of course, if I did stop making usual Train Sim 1 videos, if I stopped doing talkative videos, I would do one more after this. It wouldn't be done yet, that's for sure. They'd have to wait, because the routes I need aren't out yet. They've been announced, but they're not out yet. Stuff like the Goblin line, I'd need that for the final video. But I would like one day for Train Sim 1 on this channel to go out with an almighty bang. Because give me the final opportunity to have one epic journey in it, you know. The last journey. I would probably continue making videos after that. It'd mostly be the last journey, of which I talk in it, you know. The last conventional journey. I think that's the way I'd do it, because why not? But I don't know. I don't know what you guys feel about Train Sim 1. To me, it's a very important part of what I do. I enjoy it. It's just a hobby thing. You know, Train Sim 1 is a hobby that is separate from the hobby of making videos. They don't need to exist in the same realm. I think that's important. I've always put them together. I've always been afraid of driving a train and not covering it. And that, I want to change that. This needs to be my hobby. My own hobby. And Train Sim World can be the new exciting thing that I share with all you guys. And I said maybe something like Truck Sim in between, or just change it up a bit, you know. Just add a bit more in there. Continue doing a Let's Play. Just because it's something I want to do. I've got so many games. I'm clinking my glass. That's fun. I've got so many games on Steam that I want to play, and sometimes I feel like the only way I'll ever have time to play them is by recording them. I still haven't had time recently, but you know, as I've said earlier, there's no guarantee that any of you want to watch them, and that's fine. But at the end of the day, as long as I'm putting videos out that I enjoy, that's all that really matters to me. And at the end of the day, I know there's a lot of you out there, and I should have mentioned this earlier, but I was too nervous to even think about it. But I've recently hit 15,000 subscribers. So thank you very much for that. I'm sorry I've been so quiet. But yeah. I need to do stuff that I want to do. Regardless of how many people are watching. That's how this channel started. I was doing stuff that I wanted to do. You know, I don't want to do this video. This is the one video that has to be done. You know, but no one likes making these videos. These are scary videos to make, because it's scary because this is the video that will initiate the change. This is where the change starts. You know, this is where the evolution begins. This is where, you know, TS1 starts to come to an end, and that is scary because it's all I've ever known how to do on the channel properly. But you know, you can't stop change no more than you can stop the sun from setting, as a Skywalker once said, and as another Skywalker proved wrong by sucking one into a planet. Yeah. So, but then again, it turned into a sun again, didn't it? So, or a star. So yeah, change. I think, you know, the change is important, and especially this is the sort of video akin to, you know, people saying they're going to leave YouTube, which for some time I thought that's what this video would be. I've genuinely considered doing that, but I can't do that without giving Train Sim World a go, because it looks so good. I need to give it time. You know, I need to give it a chance. I need to give myself another chance to start this again. I don't want to quit, but for the longest time I've wanted this particular video, the one I'm recording right now, to be the this is it video. But it's not. I've made that choice, but it's still a difficult, still going to be a difficult thing to do. Is make change happen. You know, it won't be that difficult. There's a lot more, much more difficult things in the world, but you know, I just hope you guys are on board with it. Well, you know, if you're not, there's nothing I can do about it, but make it easier. Indeed. Ding! Oh, there's a train up there. Look at that. That's nice. Good AI. I like good AI. Bromley South and London Victoria, we are nearly done. Once the speed limit drops down, Bromley South is that one station on the Kent lines where you know you're getting close to London. There's always that one station when you it's the threshold of now I'm getting near London. There's always one. Like Bromley South, that's my station. That's when I like, right, I'm approaching London now. Or if on the Brighton main line, I've got to East Croydon, nearly at London now. You know, nearly at the terminus. You get that. You get that. That's fun. Yeah. Bromley South. What's another? Oh, it'd be nice one day as well to get Eurostars running along here, because there is a Eurostar coming up for Train Sim. Oh, don't get your hopes up. It doesn't look great, unfortunately. Oh, so many bright headlights. It doesn't look great. That has to be said. If you go onto Atlantic High Speed Facebook page, the ones who made the one on Just Trains, the French route on Just Trains, that immediately puts worries in the mind. They're making a channel tunnel route, and the Eurostars included, clearly. They've shown a screenshot of it, and it looks questionable, but it'd be nice to have his AI on this route, because the Eurostars used to run across this route. I remember seeing them at places like Bromley South, and going through the tunnel at Sydenham Hill, and having them race past you in the tunnel. Race past is... no, not exactly race, but you know, I remember that. That's fun. That's fun indeed. Right, Bromley South. Let's start slowing down, because we're on a 1 in 100, and we're going at 50 miles an hour. After this, just got to stop at London Victoria, and this update video will be over. Update, news, where have I been? And I get to make a nice lovely thumbnail, so that's fun. Literally my favourite bit. I don't know what it is. It's because I'm quite creative. Comes from being left-handed, I suppose. I'm a lefty, so there you go. I am a minority. Hands up, hands out there to, you know, high five to all the lefties out there. I am one with you. But, you know, they're naturally more creative, and as such, I love making thumbnails. I really do. I also like making new logos and new thumbnail designs. I love doing that. And that's why I like doing the cinematic stuff and being creative within the train simulator space. That's fun. It's fun indeed. Indeed. I haven't said that in a while. Right, where are we stopping? It's the end of the platform, I think. Let's coast. Have I been on time to all of these? I think so. If you're more than a minute late, I think you get across. I think. I can never remember how it works. I know we stopped additionally at Swale by accident. It's because I drive the Sheerness branch so often, it's so easy to just stop at Swale, especially if you're only going 30 miles an hour. There we go. And stop. Bromley South. Change here for services via Denmark Hill and Thameslink services to Places of Awesome. Places of Awesome indeed. Yeah, this 319 really isn't helping the frame rate because all the lights are on. Tail lights are on, headlight. Oh, okay. That must be a result of me not having the sound pack installed. Must be. Let's go in here. Oh. The toilet's got no door. That makes life a challenge. Alright, let's go. Let's go. Probably haven't sounded that enthusiastic in this video, but that's fine. It's not an enthusiastic video to be making, really, is it? No, it is not. No, it is not. I've got to edit 90 minutes of footage. That's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. That's the worst part. I mentioned my favourite part. That's the worst part. Is editing and rendering. That's the slowest part. That's the least enjoyable segment of video creation. Is waiting for a video to render. Especially when your computer decides to restart when it's nearly finished. That's always tedious. That's always tedious. But yeah. It is what it is, I suppose. It's one of the side effects. Not everything can be good. You can enjoy yourself doing this, that, and whatever, but you know, polar opposites and all that lot. You gotta have the bad to like the good. That's fun. But yeah, I would say, you know, I suppose to summarise, because we're not that far away from London, Victoria. I would say sorry. Sounds a bit weird just saying that. I would say sorry for just disappearing, and I'm sorry for how sudden it was, just to stop. I'm sorry for that, but I'm also not, because I needed to. Something I needed to do was stop, take a step back, think about things, not just go, oh, I didn't like that video, I'm gonna quit now. I needed to get past that point. That's the point I got to. Because I sat through the video, I didn't like it, I didn't upload it, and I thought, that's it, I'm done. But I'll give it another shot. We'll give Train Sim World a shot, shall we? See how it goes. Just take it one video at a time. See what happens. Get back into it. Because it is a fun hobby. You know, I have enjoyed making plenty of videos. Don't get me wrong. I'm not doing this for any other reason. I wouldn't do it if I wasn't enjoying it. I'm just trying to find new ways of enjoying it. So yeah, just testing the waters, I suppose. Just seeing what I can do with it, and if I can do something new with it and it works, then great. If I can't, if it doesn't work, and I don't enjoy it, then you know, that's the point where I'll say, yeah, we'll just leave this now. That's when I'll say that. But until then, just give it one more shot, because you never know. You never know what's around the corner. You never know what will work, what won't. Keep an open mind, you know. The content I make in Train Sim World won't be fantastic, and yes, it'll be US content, but it's different. When I've driven a you know, if I drive the ES44 in Train Sim 1, that's it. I don't want to drive any other GE locomotive ever. I don't want to sound like a hypocrite by driving US content in Train Sim World, but it's different enough. It's different enough that I can do something with it. I can't do anything with Train Sim 1 anymore. Not properly. Not the way I have been. Yes, new routes release, but that's like, you know, it's just like a reskin. I'm still, for me, for what I do, because I'm more focusing on the, you know, recording for the channel. It's not driving a train from Sheerness to London. It's driving a train from A to B and saying what I want to say, or have to say, or need to say, or what I don't need to say as well, I suppose. That's what it is. It's been very rambly, this video, but it wasn't going to be any other way, and I wasn't going to do it. I wasn't going to try and do it in multiple takes, or just do a short video. I could have done this as a short little trip, but you know, I wanted to drive this scenario, and it is a 465th video on the channel that's, well, public anyway. Few changes that have been made to the channel already whilst I've been away is I've changed the playlist, the Train Sim playlists. I've condensed them all down into one giant Train Sim TS2X. TS 2001X. You know, I've condensed it all down into one, so there's now 234 videos at the moment. This will be the 235th videos in one playlist, just so that when the future comes around, I've got Train Sim World and I have got old Train Sim. Just want to bring it together. That's one thing I have done already. I just felt like I wanted to do it like that, so I did it like that. That's what I did. Yeah. But in terms of Train Sim 1, I do have a strong suspicion that I will have to stop making videos for Train Sim 1. I do need to make that sort of change. At least the videos I do make right now. It needs to change. That is the main part that needs to change, because I can't do anything with it anymore. When it came to something like the Fallen, for the Fallen sort of thing, that's the peak. That's the peak of what I can do in this game, is show respect to show respect to, you know, the Fallen. That is the in my opinion, that is one of the best things I've done in all my videos. That is one of the best things I've done. And in terms of going outside the box in Train Sim, I don't think I could do much else. If I do think of other stuff to do, I will do it. But at the end of the day, I want to change stuff up by putting an end to the videos I'm making right now. Videos like this, where I talk over Train Sim content. If I do anything else in Train Sim 1 in the future, it will be unspoken or put together in a scripted, you know, formatted way, and in a unique way as well. I've still got the hub. I don't know why I've got the hub open. I've driven most of this without the hub, but you know, who cares, right? The London area is always a bit more complicated. I'm not really looking at it anyway, if I'll be honest. I'm more just talking so much that I'm not really paying attention. But yeah, that's been this. Herne Hill. We're not that far away from London Victoria, so I've only got to ramble on for another 4 miles, folks, and then I'll be over and done with this. But I will do one more video in Train Sim 1. As I said earlier, I need the Goblin line to release first, plus something else maybe, and then I will do an epic journey. And I'm speeding, but I don't care. I will do an epic journey. May or may not involve a special guest. May or may not involve you, all you, in one way or another. Train Sim 1 in its current format on my channel will go out with an almighty bang, and I will, yeah, we'll send it off in great Moleman banterous fashion. but I want the banter to leave Train Sim 1 after that. I want to, if I do anything else, I do want to make it different. I've already got one idea. I won't say what it is. It also involves something that's been announced that isn't out yet. That's why I don't want to talk about it, because being a content creator, you've got to protect your ideas, otherwise other people do them first. And I'm not saying it's not a problem if other people did, but it's my idea, so screw them. So I'll keep it to myself for now. I'm sure you'll understand that to some capacity. But it's a video that I'd have to put a lot of effort into, a lot of time. Take a lot of time to do, and that is something, you know, there'd be a worthwhile product at the end of it. That's what I want. I want a worthwhile product to be at the end of the work that I put into it. And the videos of making Train Sim 1, for me, and that's the most important thing, for me, there's not a worthwhile product at the end of the line. You know, it finishes rendering and I'm like, what is this? I've done this before. So that's where I want it to be unique. So that's that really. That's that. That's essentially it. That's all I needed to say. I'm sorry not sorry for disappearing. I'm not sort of back now. That's the train I replaced. This scenario, the original version of this scenario, you can find it on Steam Workshop, uses the Class 375 reskin into the 378. So the creative clearly doesn't have the 378, which is fine. But I swapped it out because I do have it. So there we go. It's only used a couple of times anyway. Just fills out this section a bit more. But yeah, that's it really. In summary, Train Sim World is gonna be the future. It really is. Hello driver, a minor signal problem at Victoria. If the last signal before your platform is red, please contact the dispatcher. Oh, okay. That's not a problem. I shall make contact with the signaler. There you go. Ah, I forgot. When I swapped it out, I put the overwrapped one on from Mr. Fletcher. That's fun. Nice. Let's just have a look at that. See? Nice. I thought I'd get that on there. I do like that livery. So yes. That's been that really. I haven't got much else to say. But I will keep on going. Just so we can get to Victoria. Just because we're nearly there. You know, why not, eh? I've got this far. Driving for nearly an hour and a half, but we're nearly there. We're nearly there. And I've said what I needed to say. I'm sure you've listened to what you've probably not wanted to hear, but there's nothing I can do about that. You're going to hear it. You've heard it anyway. It is what it is. And hopefully you've thought of some nice constructive feedback to leave in some capacity or another. Yeah. Just, you know, just stuff on where you feel like the channel's been and stuff. Where it could go, how it can improve. If it needs improving, it definitely... No, this channel isn't perfect, clearly. I haven't uploaded in 2 months. There we go. I have now. Well, not when I'm recording this. I'm still recording it. But in the future. When it's at a run through and I've checked it, and I'll have to do some editing because the way I've got stuff set up now is I need to do all the audio stuff post-recording. And in true epic, awesome, lovely fashion, the game has crashed. It's thrown up a failed to save dump file to e/temp dump. Oh, fantastic. Well, the game has crashed. But it's crashed at the point, well, I can still drive it. So we shall keep on driving it. It's half crashed. It hasn't completely crashed, but there's some crashes where you can still drive. It's just the game won't load properly anymore. But we're nearly at the end, so it doesn't really matter. But the frame rate is now completely dead because the game has indeed crashed. It has thrown up an error. Not a proper full-on error. It hasn't written the dump file, so it still thinks it's running. So that's fun. So we'll still pull into London Victoria, and then my computer will probably explode. That's fun. Yes, I know. Alright, so the signal after this is probably stuck, is what it said. That's fine. Southern Services running. What is this? What is this? A universe where they're not striking? Oh my god. I know. Yeah, no, it's southern. That's a big kerfuffle, isn't it? It really is. Never mind, eh? Alright. Slowing down. Slowing down. Dealing with the game crash isn't fun. The frame rate's dying. It's oh so dying. 455. This is fine. It feels like I'm going a lot slower than 25 because the game's dead. That's good. Oh, keep slowing. Keep slowing. I don't want to get tripped by TPWS or anything. Right. That was caps lock, not tab. There we go. Right. We're good to go. We got the brakes off. There we go. Game's running really slowly now. Look at this. Running at a good old... Oh, well, it always shows 15. Never shows any less, even though it's clearly running less. Right, we are tabbed through, and we're about to approach London Victoria, where our journey ends. So, yeah, what interesting journey, I suppose. I just need to get it done. Got it done. That's the end. You can see where it hasn't loaded the textures on London Victoria. That's the side effect. All the platforms. This is you can tell the game's crashed because it's not loading any. If you were on a route and it crashed like this halfway through, you could still drive, but after a few miles, you would have no scenery whatsoever. It's quite fun actually. Happened to me a few weeks ago on ECML. I was driving the 801. Crashed around Stevenage, and I still got all the way to Peterborough, even though there's no scenery left. That's fun. I wouldn't necessarily recommend you keep on playing at this point, but if I clicked on the dump file, if I clicked, what does it say on it? If I clicked OK, the game would crash. But if I don't click OK, it still runs. As soon as I click OK, the game will crash. So we'll worry about that after we've reached the end of the platform, I suppose. Not that there is a platform. And all the people that get off the train probably won't have any textures. Some of them have. But the platform hasn't loaded. This is Train Sim 1 in a nutshell. It's crashed beyond all hope in terms of on the channel. That's what it's done. That's what it's done. There you go. A metaphor. How's that, eh? Floating cars. Harry Potter's come round to visit. Oh, this is magical. This is magical. Thanks, game, for crashing. You literally only had to hold on for another few minutes, but no. No, you had to crash, didn't you? 90-minute scenarios with lots of AI. That's, The only thing that'd save this game is like a 64-bit version, but I doubt that'll ever come out, because it's an old game. You know, until this game gets new life in it like that, which it probably never will. It's stuck, and it's gonna stay stuck, and it's gonna end. Oh, that's scary, clocks. Okay, it's not loading the time anymore. Alright. Let's drop down below 10 miles an hour for the TPWS ramp that is right here. Otherwise we'll get stopped. So it's loaded the seats, it's loaded the people, it's loaded the buffers, it's loaded the access ramps onto the platforms, you know, from the platform to the train. And it's loaded something there. It's not loaded anything else though. This is certainly a unique situation. I was going to take a nice screenshot here, but I think the mood would be a bit ruined now. But at least we completed the scenario. Wanted to drive it. The only way I think I could salvage this in the future is to drive it again, not driving in 1080p. That'll probably save it. I can't drive Western Main Lines in anything other than like 900p or less. That's fun. Doors? Mind the gap. Mind the almighty gap between the abyss of London Victoria and the train. Yeah. Oh wow. Thanks game. Really appreciate it. Looking forward to this not being a thing anymore, that's for sure. Ridiculously stupid bugs. Bugs that shouldn't be in games. I mean, oh, screenshots aren't working now, are they? No, of course they're not. Game's crashed. I won't save anything. Never mind. I could probably still grab a screenshot, actually. Yeah, let's do it. FN print screen drag. Using the print screen software I have, I can still capture this moment. And save. Nice. Got it. Got it. Got it in some capacity. And we're here, well, really early. Because I was speeding a lot and stuff. But other than that, aside from the game half crashing, the game is done well today. Done well in terms of driving. So, yeah, just thanks for sitting through this if you have. I'm sure you got the gist of what I've been trying to say, even if you only watched the first 5 minutes or so. But yeah, that's where the channel stands. There's no scenery. That's where the channel stands at the moment. Is a break is required. Well done, you made it to Victoria, sort of, and completed all stops along the way, plus Swale. Thanks for playing. No problem. No problemo. This scenario is on the workshop should you want to play it. You will need a reskin unless you can swap out the London Overground stuff, but other than that, yeah, you need the Super Alps 319 reskin. I'd recommend the sound pack as well, otherwise the lights are a bit silly. That probably didn't help. But yeah, it's a fun scenario to play, aside from the game crashing, but you know. So what I'm looking forward to in Train Sim World is coming to a stop, you know, taking the key out, getting out the cab, walking to the staff room in a station, and just sitting down and ending the journey with a nice old cuppa. Me, I've got a glass of water and lots of rendering to look forward to. But other than that, that's been that. That's all I need to say. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you at some point, maybe, hopefully, in the next video. I don't know when it'll be. I might try and, like I said, I've got that Let's Play thing. I won't say what it is. I have hinted at it months ago to some people, but they've probably forgotten by now. I might get that out there just for the sake of getting it out there. Because I've now got it sorted and it's ready to go. Sort of. So I might do that now. But it is months old, but that's not a problem. It's there now, I'm sorted. So that'll probably be the next video as a Let's Play, and I do encourage you to watch it. It should be quite funny in some capacity. So, other than that, I've got nothing else to add. So, yeah. Moleman978 out.